Hey, it's Colin. Today I'm going to replace this fine piece of machinery right here, this reflector, with this. This is a new Custom Dynamics Probeam mini add-on taillight. I'm going to do a step-by-step install with you, and I'm going to show you how it all comes out. If you're new to the channel, make sure and check out my other Custom Dynamics install videos and consider hitting that subscribe button. I've been very pleased with all their products for this 2017 Harley-Davidson Street Glide Special, especially with their lifetime warranty on their products. Now this one will fit 2014 to current year Harley-Davidson Street Glide Special, which is the model I have, Road Glide Special, and the Road King Special. Now if you have a CVO model, you're out of luck. It doesn't fit that one. And they also make a light for the 2010 to 2013 Street Glide and Road Glide custom models. And also, if you have the Magic strobes, and I have those on this bike, these are going to work for those. These lights are plug and play and run and brake, and they have 3 of these running LED light pipes and 10 of the LEDs. And the tools you're going to need for this job is a T27 Torx bit right here, 1/4-inch ratchet, and a 1/2-inch socket. I mean, you could use a larger ratchet, but it's much easier with the smaller one due to the space restrictions under the fender. There's this thing called a tire that kind of gets in the way. In the kit, you're going to receive the tail light, and there's a BCMY harness and 10 4-inch zip ties. Now let's put this thing on. First step is to remove your left saddlebag and then your seat. Now under the seat, you want to locate and unplug the main wiring harness, that's right here, from the lighting connector to your rear fender. Just unplug that just like so. Take the BCMY harness from the kit and you're going to unplug it from the mini tail light wiring harness. And all you got to do is squeeze these 2 tabs here and this pops right out. And once you do that, then you're going to take this BCMY harness and you're going to plug it into the rear lighting harness that's under the seat. Under the fender here are 2 1/2-inch bolts that hold this turn signal bar in place, and this is where your ratchet and your socket come into place, the 1/4-inch ratchet and the 1/2-inch socket, because it's really tight in there, and the camera's not going to obviously go up under there. Once you loosen it up, put your hand and kind of hold it, because you don't want it falling off, even though there's wires that are, it's going to prevent it from completely falling, but you don't want it to scratch your bike. These are the bolts that came off. Remember I was telling you how it was loose, just comes right off. Even though there's a wire right here, you don't want it to scratch it. So your next step is just take off with the T27 Torx bit here, these 2 screws, and that's going to remove this reflector. And then we're going to end up reusing these screws to attach the mini light. Next step we're going to do is we're going to put the mini light back onto the turn signal bar. Now before I do that, see this hole right here? This stopper was in there, I took it out. And what the stopper will do is, see how it's got a little gap there? You can actually put these wires, your main brake wiring, and then the new mini light wire as well. We'll come back to that in a second, but they go like that and then you seal it back in. Now to attach these is pretty simple. Make sure you take your license plate holder and put it under this wire. You put it over, it's not going to fit in right. So make sure you put it under. And then when you put it under, you just line it up with the turn signal bar. And then all you got to do with this is line it up. It is tough to do with one hand, but I'll kind of show you what it's going to look like. You're going to take your existing screw that we took out before, and then you're going to put it through first the mini light, and then you're going to put it through the license plate, and then you're going to put it into the turn signal bar. And that's where your T27 comes in to screw that back in. Once we screw all this in and get it nice and tight, then I'll run the wires through and I'll plug it back up with this. And then the only thing left to do is get back under the bike, take the 1/2-inch bolts that we had earlier, and we're going to attach under the fender the turn signal bar back to the bike. And then the last step, which I'll show you next, we're going to take this wire and we're going to route it under the bike up to the BCMY harness that's under the seat. Give you an idea how I did this. I zip tied it in about 6 or 7 different places. And there's a variety of places you could use. I just use the existing wire. And then all I'm going to do is take this part and plug it into the BCMY harness under the seat. And once that's in, we're done. Let's see how these look. So what do you think, yay or nay? Personally, I think it looks cool as hell. I'm glad I put it on the bike. I hope this video was helpful. Now get out there and ride, be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.